just found a deadhead right there. These blowdowns, you know, a lot of deer will lay there in bed. This deer, obviously, that's just the last place he laid, but look, this old blowdown right here. Oh wow, and I know what deer that is. Oh man. Oh wow. He's not much to look at now from what he's been, but this was an absolute legend on this farm. And he always had that funky point right there, and that gave away who he was. That and the fact that he had a gorgeous cape. He had two big white patches on his throat, or two big dominant white throat patches, and the prettiest cape I've ever seen. And we call this deer Deuce. In 2019, when I shot the coyote buck, that buck was fully mature. I've got sheds off of it. In fact, the next year I held his shed up in a interview talking about it. But this is Deuce, and I don't know how old he is, but the cool thing is, y'all can see I've got the jawbone, so see those incisors, they're going to be very important. But if you'll look, oh wow, yeah, check that out. When you see that much brown showing, that is, the brown is dentine, the white obviously is enamel. As they get older, more of that becomes more and more exposed, and then those teeth literally become almost flat. This is going to be super cool to send this off and find out. And what you need to do is keep the bottom jawbone and those very front two big teeth there, those two incisors, you take those off and send them into a place. Now, where am I going to send them? There's a place, it's called Wildlife Labs. We've been following them over now for the last 6 months. And it's super simple. You go online, you set up an account for you personally. They have different options, different packages to get your teeth back. But what you do is you go in online, register, and then after you register, then you go in and decide what package you want. I always pick it's 30 some bucks, 33, 34 bucks, I think is what it is. Super affordable, but you get the results back in 90 to 120 days right now. Obviously they get busier, it may be longer, but it's scientific from a lab, and you know exactly how old the deer is. We've been following them over the last few months, and we're just polarized, honestly, mesmerized by, sometimes we're off 2 years on a deer just looking at it laying dead on the ground in trail pictures. So sometimes deer are younger than we thought they were, and some of them are a lot older than we thought they were. So it'll be really interesting to see how old this deer is. Man, this is super cool. It's just, you know, this starts another chapter this year in our Kansas hunt. It's sad to see him go, man. It's hard not to be a little bit in the fields, man. I've known this deer for a very long time, man. Heck, my daughter was cheerleading in high school football games, and now she's got her master's degree and got her career going, and this deer's been around here for a long time. And super, I don't know, just sad and humbling, and it's cool just to have known him all these years. I mean, me and Chris and Jason been here many days when this deer was right here, and we only ever videoed this deer probably 2 or 3 times over the course of at least 8 years that I can think of. I passed him in 19 when I killed the coyote buck, and I felt like I made a mistake just because of his age structure, but anyways, and I did. But super cool story, and sad to see it goes. One of my best friends on this planet says, Jake Anders, ain't none of us gonna make it out of here alive. So treat people good, love one another, and treat Mother Nature and God with respect. All this stuff that we give back to our landscape. Be good to the animals and the birds and stuff that we've got here. And remember, keep God first. But story keeps going here in Kansas.